Hello and welcome back to another edition of Kudo Camera Company live stream. It's great to have you with us. Tonight I'm going to take a look at the lens removal tools. For a long time, Japan Hobby has been one of my favorite tools. I thought they were a great way to open a lens without having to risk scratching your glass or anything with the metal tools. So they're really a user-friendly tool. And for years I loved them, but recently I came across this new style here. This is sort of an interesting one. I couldn't tell from the pictures how much bigger it was and how much more of a variety it offered, but I basically wanted to show these off because for a long time I've recommended Japan Hobby and I like them a lot, and I wish that they would upgrade maybe to something similar to this. But we'll go over both the options and kind of take a look at the features. And I've got links to the different products, whether you do want to stick with the Japan Hobby or these new sort of pro style, I call them, but they're kind of a generic brand, so they're available from a few different sellers. I've noticed sometimes the inventory is a little bit low on one or the other, so I've included two links there just to make sure that one of them will be active. So let's take a closer look. So the two different sets of tools here, we have the Japan Hobby vacuum pads. These were sort of the first ones that I heard about. And then I started to see pictures of these really nice gray ones. And so I bought these. Basically, I was having some concerns with a lens I was trying to repair. It had a damaged filter thread, and I was trying to use this to take off the name ring. And the Japan Hobby was flexing too much and everything. So I was considering having to basically put holes into the nameplate, and I said, oh geez, before I put holes in the nameplate, I'd better see if there's anything else out there. So I ordered a set of these from Amazon, and I got them in, and basically on the first pull, basically as soon as I started turning it, it locked in and sort of saved that nameplate. So for me, I was thinking this is a product I really need to recommend and kind of put out there. And for Japan Hobby, I mean, I'll never, recycle these or give them away or anything. I'm going to keep them, but having these now has been a major step up. So for anyone who's not familiar with how these can help you with lens repair, let's take a look at a couple of different lenses we have here. So we'll go to the overhead sort of macro shot and take a closer look. So with lens repair, sometimes you need to remove the nameplate. And basically the way that these tools can help you with that is you take your stack, you find which one you think is correct. This one's too big. This one's just about right. And once you have it in there, you can twist it and you can get off the nameplate. So this is coming off. You can see now it's kind of finger tight. And these are a great way to do it. A lot of times the nameplates will have a little notch in them, but rather than having to use the metal tools, like a spanner wrench, these soft rubber things are really helpful. Now, if you look at basically the two different options, you've got the Japan Hobby versus these, which are sort of a generic product in a certain sense, because Japan Hobby is actually it's a brand that sells quite a few different types of camera supplies, and so that's pretty cool. With these guys, I noticed that they're sold under a variety of sellers, and they don't really seem to have a brand name. But at this point, they're putting out a superior product. So basically, once you find the one that you think fits best, you can bring that in and stick it up and then get it going. So let me see. This one, here we go. This one's probably a little chewed up as well. This is kind of a sample lens here. So the differences between the two sets I wanted to illustrate are basically the gray set is really thick, and the Japan Hobby is really flexible. It's really too flexible. So if you're starting to put some pressure on it, you can see this kind of flexes in weird ways, and it doesn't necessarily help out with the process at all. With these newer gray style, they still have flex, but it's a lot stronger. I mean, the difference in the thickness there's a huge difference. Also, when it comes to maximum size, you've got sort of like, this is the maximum size for the Japan Hobby, and the maximum size for the gray one. So if you're dealing with bigger lenses at any time, I mean the gray set's gonna just be kind of a no-brainer. I mean, if you look, the Japan Hobby fits right inside of it, so it's really not much of a competition. It's sad though, because I do have a lot of love for these Japan Hobby tools. I've used them many a time, but now basically with the new sets, the only other advantage to the Japan Hobby would be if you only have a small toolkit and you want to keep something small. It's a lot smaller and compact. With this gray set, it actually comes in basically two parts, so you stack them all together. But it comes with two sets basically. So they fit nicely into each other, but they have to go side by side. So basically the only real advantage at this point for the Japan Hobby is the size. It's more compact, but for if you can, stand to store these here, they're great. So I got them, I think, with just 1 or 2 days shipping on Amazon. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory though, as far as, the thought process between these two different sets of lens removal tools. But I did want to share them because I've been sort of preaching about the Japan Hobby for a while. And so I thought, now that I've come across these gray ones, I'm really happy with them, and I wanted to make sure that all the other lens aficionados out there had a chance to get these too. So I think that'll do it. We'll keep it short and sweet. Thanks for coming by and checking this out. If you have any questions, drop a question in the comment section. I'll be sure to get to it, or maybe somebody else will even answer. But it's been great having you stop by. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll look forward to having you at the next one. All right, have a good day. Take care.